Each group exhibition to this young Moscow artist is like a test. A personal one is just a big exam. In all her exams, Olga Kroytor passes excellently. She has dozens of exhibitions both in Russia and in the CIS countries. She creates collages, photo and video installations. And the interesting performances makes you wonder who we are and why we live.
Мне было интересно изучать себя, то есть как я вижу, то есть как дистанция от людей.
I was interested to learn more about myself, about people I see from a distance. I see them, but I cannot communicate with them. Again, it's a little passive position, when you cannot do anything, but at the same time, there were thoughts about people who were there, because you see the variety of relationships that I was interested in, man to man, man to artist. Then it became clear that how a person treats another person, the same way a person treats a product.
Понятно, что как человек относится к другому человеку, так же он относится и к произведению.
One of the most vivid impressions for Olga, the Louvre, the picture of Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa, which is now 500 years old, and the whole world admires it. Olga was able to look at it from the outside.
Во-первых, она сказала, что картина находилась на огромном расстоянии.
Firstly, it must be said that the picture was at a great distance, behind a window and a baffle, and then there were many people with a lot of cameras. And it seemed to me that this is some kind of indecent event, as if I shouldn't be here. And she hangs there like a girl of easy virtue. Why do they have the right to behave like this around her?
Девушка, не знаю, какого-то легкого поведения, что почему они имеют право так вот себя вести по отношению к ним?
It is not known how this has influenced the artist's experience at work, but somehow Olga Kroytor decided to put performances in which she was able to appear before the audience as an object. So she lies naked in a glass coffin on the floor, or like Jesus Christ hangs over the audience, or without raising her eyes at visitors, she wipes the floor with her hair, or stands for a few hours in the freezing wind, fragile and defenseless, on the 4-meter wooden post. Olga, despite her relatively young age, is a very noble artist. This year she received one of the most prestigious awards in the field of contemporary art in Russia, Kandinsky Prize. Another exhibition of Olga Kroytor, Excluding the Balance, was held in Kazakhstan in the Yablhanka-Stev Museum of Art. In the classical museum, literally everything has been turned upside down. Ceiling was turned into floor, wall canvas stretched with video documentation of performances of the artist, with Leon Bakst Princess painting from the museum collection. Now the spectator turned out to be under the gun of staring eyes looking from all sides. Particularly sensitive people could feel their own vulnerability and insecurity. The rest were given the opportunity to find an original painting, a dozen of fakes. A rare organic compound of personality and creative action. It is the body. She's an instrument of art and authenticity on her own. You know, in Kafka there is a phrase, there is a small story, night, that we're all asleep, and above us the night, but somehow is awake. Because according to Kafka, someone should be awake. Here Olga is awake, when there is a nocturnal state of mind. And looking at her capabilities, you can also find your own opportunities. Experts involuntarily compare performances of Olga with the work of another artist, Marina Abramovich, which has already entered the contemporary art as a queen of performance.
Думаю, что в этом нет ничего плохого. Кстати, общаясь с Мариной Абрамович, могу заметить, что она тоже очень...
And I think that there is nothing wrong with that. By the way, talking with Marina Abramovich, I can see that it is also very like Olga, feminine nature, and it's very receptive. But the performances are dramatically different. Abramovich provokes the audience and the audience reaction. Olga is in the opposite. She's a little wary of the reaction of the audience and more immersed in the study themselves, in her own emotions, her own reactions during the performance, which she carries out and produces. Olga Kroytor has a classical education. She graduated from Art Graphic Faculty of Pedagogical High School in Moscow, studied academic painting and drawing, and then came the understanding of contemporary art. The main thing is not to transfer the image one-to-one. The main thing is that a viewer understands and shares feelings, an idea, and an experience of an artist.